Hi students, this is your teacher, Javier Sidel, and today we're going to take a look at one grammar point that is very important, that is called the relative pronoun. Okay, so let's begin with today's tutorial. Okay, relative pronouns. What does it say? It is used to connect a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. The clause modifier describes a noun, and also the most common relative pronouns are who, whom, whose, which, and that. As I mentioned in class, that is the relative pronoun that is used by most people, by most native speakers. So Americans, they will usually use this one more than the others. Okay? So we have here some others. For example, we have who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when, why, and what. Okay? So here, as it says, who refers to people. An example, he who overcomes his anger subdues his greatest enemy. Whom refers to people too, but in this case, the difference between who and whom is that in who, the person makes or performs the action. Yeah, for example, the student who made me laugh. The student made me laugh. So the student made the action. In this case, whom, the person receives my action. For example, the student to whom I made laugh. It means that I made an activity or an action and my student received that action. In who the person does the action, and in whom the person receives the action. Now we have whose. It's for possession. Yeah? Whose keys are on the kitchen counter, which refers to animals and objects. That is not good language, which all understand not. Okay, that is a sort of complex sentence. So a more simple sentence would be the animal or the pet which I love is called Toby, is my dog. Okay. Another thing, for example, the cell phone which I bought is really, really good. That, the same, but here you can also use for people. For example, the student that, or the student who, the student who did homework is very good. Or, for example, the computer that I bought was really expensive. We have where refers to places. For example, the city where I study is called Cuenca. When refers to time. I will travel to the United States when I have a lot of money. Okay, so that is really, really simple. Now we have why. Why refers to reasons. The reason why you study English is because you want to go to other countries, for example. And finally, what refers to things. Pardon me, I didn't hear what you said. Yep. So that is all about all the pronouns here. Now we have some specific things. We have two kinds of relative clauses. Remember, every phrase or sentence that you create with a relative pronoun is called a relative clause. For example, the person that I know is a relative clause. Now, number one, we use relative clauses to make clear which person or thing we are talking about. For example, Mary Curie is the woman who discovered radium. So we want to clarify, we want to make this evident. This is the mouse which Jack built. In this kind of relative clause, we can use that instead of who or which. Remember, that can be used in many other circumstances, not only for things, but also for people, animals, etc. Here we have the same examples. Mary Curie is the woman that discovered radium, and this is the house that Jack built. Let's go with the next one. The second kind is we also use relative clauses to give more information about a person, thing, or situation. More information, supporting details, information that is not explicitly necessary. For example, Lord Thompson, who is 76, has just retired. So when we add additional information that if you omit, if you delete, you can still understand the sentence. When you add this information, additional, always between commas. Don't forget the commas. We have fish and chips, which I always enjoy. I met Rebecca in town yesterday, which was a nice surprise. Another thing, for example, the cell phone, which is on my computer, is really nice. Or the student whose name is, who is left-handed is really intelligent. Yeah. But if you omit this information, the student is intelligent. You can understand that because when you use between commas, that is only additional necessary information. With this kind of relative clause, we use commas, so to separate it from the rest of the sentence. Now, we have here some exercises. Please do them with me. I'm looking for a secretary. Can use a computer well. A secretary who, a secretary which, where, or what? What do you think? Very good. It is who or that. Remember, both of them can be used to talk about people. Now we have she has a son, is a doctor. So son, is this a person, a thing, a place? A person, very good. So we can use the same. Who and that. Excellent. Now we have the reason. What word do you use? Do you remember words for reason? It's not a person, it's not a place. It's a reason, therefore we have to use why. I sent a letter. Arrived 3 weeks later. Letter is an object, therefore we can use that or which. The people, names are Brian. Here, whose, remember, it's for possession. So when you talk about possession, you use whose. Excellent. The man I talked to was nice. The man, person, therefore, whom. So remember, another important thing here is you have to. Yeah, the to is the thing that can make you the guess, can help you understand what pronoun goes here. Why? Because whom takes this preposition? The man whom I talk to, or the man to whom I talk. Okay? So that is the thing about whom and who. Yeah? Remember, here you should include always the preposition to. Okay? Very good. Now let's continue. We have I will go to college. I will go to college is when. Okay? I will go to college when I finish high school. Pretty simple. And finally, the house, that is a place. The house I live in is located in 12 de Abril Avenue and Venezuela Street. The house is a place, therefore, where? Okay? So that is all about all these exercises. Remember, you have an activity in Aula Virtual, so please complete that activity and then you will be good to go. Next class, we will review some other important details, specifically about who and whom, because sometimes it can be, well, most times it can be really, really complicated, or sometimes it's confusing. So I will share with you that information next class, and have a great day.